AJ gave out a couple nines. I gave out a couple of tens, and I just want to decide collectively together right now. What is truly the best? So poster of the year for 2021, my man. Let's start off with your pick. So your first one. We'll just talk about him real fast, right? This got a 9 out of you right here, brother. Mousasi versus John Salter for the middleweight championship, Bellator 264. Very plain Jane poster, simple. One dude next to another, got the beautiful Bellator belt, all that good stuff, my man. But this got 9 out of you. Now, in hindsight, revisionist history, we're looking back on it. Do you still feel the same? Is this still 9 territory right there for you?
I think this got a 9 for me in the past because they were trying some funky stuff before this one. So I might have, like, looking at it now, I was expecting a lot different of a poster for a 9 because I probably would have given this one a 6 or a 7, at least in my mind right now. But if I remember correctly, all the posters headed up were doing some funky stuff. So if I remember correctly, I gave this one a 9 because it's classic. Yeah. It's the black, it's the white, it's the two dudes fighting. They're both looking like they're ready to scrap. Mousasi a little more than Salter. This is a big fight going forward, man. So yeah, I'm a revisionist history. Little. There was probably some bias going into my pick before as to why I chose this one a 9, but I still like it for how clean it looks. It looks like one of the you always talk about the days when we were in Portland. You see all the poles with all the ripped off posters and whatnot. It kind of has that same look on the top and the bottom of the white. I like this one too, but if I was to give it right now, man, I'd probably go around a 7-ish.
And folks, if you're listening to what AJ's saying, he's referring to like telephone poles that you'll have like band posters on, and they get ripped off of, or rains and all that stuff. It gets this like kind of faded, worn effect on it, So all right on. So that was your first 9, and I'm gonna go with my first 10. Hall versus Strickland right here, my man. UFC Fight Night 194. To me, I don't know how you can beat this. This is still, even looking back on it now, I'm like, oh my God, this is a beautiful poster right here. The vintage look, you know what I mean? You got Uriah Hall on top. Strickland, he doesn't really look too interested, like he wants to be there. So, it doesn't look too game, but just the way that the font is, how it's expanding taller to smaller and all that, the red, the white, it just feels so vintage, so classic to me. This is still a 10. I'd give it 11 if I could, but this is a 10, hands down to me. What do you think about this one?
I like this one, man. This one could be a movie poster.
Yeah.
Like, it literally could be, like, you see this one in the movies, you get excited to go watch this one. I do like it.
Okay, so we had to pick between, and I'll just put one over here, and I will bring this one up, and I'll put this over here. Well, all right, what are we picking, man? Left or right? Are we going Hall Strickland or Mousasi Salter?
Easy money. We're going Hall Strickland over there, brother.
All right, brother. So we'll put that back, and then we will, move on to the next 2. So your second 9 is actually a really good one, man. This is Costa versus Vettori right here, my man. Not a great fight, but it definitely was a solid poster, my man. So let's talk about it. Revisionist history, what are we going back on? We got the tape decorations. We got the face-off. It looks very much like that same thing you were talking about, the telephone pole. You got the, funky little thing in the back, the textures and all that. Talk about it.
Yeah, I still like this one a lot, man. You got the topographic map in the back showing the terrain. You got those two facing off. Again, all the stickers ripped off. There's multiple layers to this poster. Yeah. I like this one a lot, man. I'm still going a 9 with this one. I really like it. The tilted font makes it look like it's multiple things all going at once, kind of coming together. Very impressive. Hey, I'm still going with the 9 on this one.
Okay, right on. And then I'll go with my second 10, and this is the classic UFC 266. The Vegas in the background, Volkanovski, Ortega. You got the champs, Volkanovski, Ortega, and Shevchenko Murphy. You got Diaz Lawler. You got a whole bunch of different colors. Like I said, Vegas in the background. This feels like a Las Vegas poster to me. This feels Vegas to me, And once again, I'm still going 10. It's nice enough to where I got it hung up right here on the wall next to me, you know what I'm saying? So I still think it's a 10, brother. But now we have to make a decision. So I'll put this one on the left, and I will put yours on the right. What are we going off of these 2, man? Do we like Costa Vettori? Do we like Volkanovski Ortega? Which one does it a little bit more for you?
As much as I like the Costa Vettori poster, I like the style of it. I love the topographical map, all this stuff, the rip-offs. I like it a lot. I think the Volkanovski Ortega poster, the UFC 266, with how many fights are on that card, the Vegas, the colors, the everything in the background. I think it just has a little bit more weight to it. A little bit more emphasis on what's important in this fight. And I think this one takes the book for me, man. What about you?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you right there, man. I do think this is one of the best that the UFC has put in so far. So with that being said, It looks like both of yours are out of contention for our best posters, but we're going to make a decision right now because now it's between these two, both of the ones that I picked, and one of them has to win out. And honestly, I really like both of them, so it's going to be tough. So we'll move them both side to side. Hall and Strickland versus Volkanovski versus Ortega, my man. We have to go neck and neck on these ones. Which one does it for you? Which one can you claim to be the best poster for the UFC? Or I guess in MMA, I suppose. We're not counting Ryzen because Ryzen has the best posters. But, you know, which one takes the cake on this one for best poster of the year 2021?
Man, it's hard because I like the UFC 266 poster a lot. You know, I like the color schemes. I like how they're mixing it up a little bit. You got the Vegas in the background, all of the three fighters. So, if you know, anytime there's a Diaz on the card, everyone's going to get hyped up. I really like that Hall Strickland poster, man. Like I said, I feel like this one can be in the movies. It's literally old school. This feels like one of those like one of those old school put 'em up kind of fight movies you'd see where you know what I'm talking about. I don't remember the name of it, but either way, it still looks like this is a classic one. You know, you'd see this one up almost like a Muhammad Ali poster, like those kind of style of fights, man. I got to go with the Hall Strickland.
Yeah.
Talk myself into it.
No, and believe it or not, man, I feel actually the same way, man. So I do agree. This is reminiscent of old school boxing posters to me for Hall and Strickland. You know, very fundamental, you know, simple. There's a lot of stuff going on in this UFC 266 one, but this Hall Strickland one, simple, big font. And I think that takes the cake for poster of the year, folks. So if you're listening, obviously, folks, try to tune into the YouTube show so you can actually see the posters. But if not, you could look at Hall versus Strickland. You know, it's UFC something. UFC Fight Night 194 or something like that. UFC Vegas 33 or something. But Hall versus Strickland, middleweight bout, July 31st, man. That is the poster of the year. So, folks, clearly, as you can tell now, we do these things for a reason. We wrote all these numbers down for a reason. It wasn't just for fun. That is your poster of the year.